Hi. To me, story is paramount to pretty much everything in life. To me, I grew up in a family of storytellers. My grandparents were all huge storytellers. My father's family came from England, and I have never been over there. And I haven't met my family, a lot of my family, unless they come here. So I only know that part of the family through the stories I've heard and through the stories my grandparents and my father have shown me. So that's huge to me, kind of. On my mom's side, her grandfather was an author who basically documented our whole family history through stories, and I cherish them. I remember going to family reunions on her side of the family, on her dad's side of the family, and we would, all of her great aunts would tell these wonderful stories about our family, and I just remember they were really boring at the time, but now I'm glad I heard them because now it's a huge part of who I am. When I was little, I was a huge storyteller. I remember in 8th grade, I was very embarrassed by this boy that was in my kindergarten class that when I was eating, I think I was eating like a chocolate, and his locker was underneath mine, and he told me, "I thought you were allergic to chocolate." I just made stuff up when I was little, probably. I had a huge imagination. Theater and dance and music have always been a huge part of my life, and they're huge channels and pathways for storytelling, music and dance and theater. It's what I love. Also, one funny story about me is when about 20 years ago, my sister won tickets to a concert at the Huntsman Center, and it was a bunch of classic rock people. Not a lot of them I didn't know. I knew like one or two songs of theirs. One of them was B.J. Thomas, and if you don't know who he is, he sings "Raindrops Are Falling on My Head," that song. Pretty much everybody knows it. Well, the whole concert was everybody was well behaved, just sat in their seats and just kind of were really good audience participants, like it was theater or something. And I'm not used to concerts like that. I'm used to concerts where everybody's like just all over the place and like, rawr, you know? Yeah, rock out! That's the concerts I'm used to. Well, at this concert, everybody sat down the whole time until Raindrops Are Falling on My Head. Everybody, after that song finished, everybody was like up and like everywhere and like, yeah, woo! Until the very moment that I started screaming and yelling. Well, I did it a little bit. I started screaming stuff like, "You rock! You're freaking awesome! I love you, man!" and stuff like that. Well, right when I started, like, being really loud, everybody was really loud, and then all of a sudden, crickets. And I scream, "You rock! I love you, man!" And I was on the second row, and he stopped the concert and told me that he loves me too, and that I'm very young, and what am I doing at a concert like that? And it was pretty embarrassing. And then I was really embarrassed because I was mocking the whole situation because the guy was too cool for that or whatever. That's what I thought. Well, then he sang the theme song to one of my favorite sitcoms growing up, Growing Pains. And then I felt like I ate a little bit of crow. But, yeah, and after everybody was like, "Hey, that's the girl that embarrassed herself," basically. And everybody was pointing at me and stuff. And, yeah, everybody thinks it's hilarious. But